ever since the Corsair release, it's been my main ship for everything. So after years of using it, I decided to freshen things up and use the first ship I ever fell in love with in this game. The 600i. This bad boy, ever since I first saw it, just knew I had to have it many years ago. It's so cool look in my opinion, and if the rework ever happens in our lifetime, it's only gonna get better. So with IAE coming to an end fairly soon, I thought it was a good idea to mess around with the ship again and make a little video using it and showcasing it for you guys in case you decide to pick it up. Enjoy the video. Well, let's see how this baby handles. Haven't flown this in a while, haven't fought with this in a while, and you see my weapon loadout. For some reason, my attritions were gone. Were stolen off the station, I guess, so I have to use some of my backup AD5Bs at the moment, until I'm able to make the trip back to Standon to purchase a few more attritions. But not gonna lie, I think the best way to get this ship, you know, battle tested and see how it handles, how she feels, I think we kind of need to run it through Pyro for a bit. Now our contract says that our target is up there, but yeah, there we go. This is where we're getting all the readings. Okay, our missiles made contact. Oh, I think these missiles might be wasted. Let's start using some of our ballistics. Did I just miss every single shot? I believe I did. I haven't really used ballistic weaponry in a while, not in my ships. Not that I'm gonna need to, I can save money on buying more ammo and just use the attrition. I think I disabled his engines, didn't I? We're under attack, but it should be fine. There we go. Who else do we have? We have a Mustang. Why is he even trying it? But if I were you, I would just be halfway through my quantum jump by now. Granted, he might know it's me and I fucking absolutely suck at aiming, but still, I simply overpower you. I can just drive through you and it's gonna be like a truck hitting a mosquito. That's the only problem with these big ships. The fact that doesn't matter how hard you pull, they don't really want to, you know, move. And that's why you need to have people manning your turrets. Then again, that's why you take your fights. I know this guy cannot really damage me, so I can just stick to this fight as long as I want. I could even leave, I don't need to take this fight. I've already completed my contract, already got my payment. This is pretty much, you know, just for fun, just for entertainment purposes. I mean, I can pull my signature maneuver. Just put this in reverse, pray there is... Ooh, I think I almost drove through him. I'll put this in reverse, pray there is no asteroid behind me, because I'm not looking behind. Just keep going, because now he's gonna try his best to stay in front of me. Meaning in my line of fire. Meaning I still fucking suck. My plan didn't work. Oh, I know she's too close. It's not gonna be for long.
Shields under attack.
Are you seriously gonna try to outsmart me? That's what I thought. You get in range, I can land shots. You don't get in range, I can missile you. So just dump fire a missile and see how it goes. It missed. Nice, we landed some good hits. And now I can do the master plan. Send the missiles, if they don't finish him... Okay. I was gonna say, if they don't finish him, I can absolutely go in, you know, for the killing blow. Let's see the damage. Not much. Can't even see any scratches. Perfect. Okay, so this is gonna be an infantry mission. We're gonna have to land for this. Okay, so we arrived at Terminus and we need to go to Last Standings. I haven't been there in quite some time as well, so it's gonna be interesting. Oh, perfect, for once we're on the bright side of a planet. I also have to admit, I've also missed the cockpit of this. Look at this visibility, look at this beauty. Just look at the visuals. It's worth even just for the sightseeing. Well, we're arriving near our destination. Let's do a quick flyover, see what we're dealing with. We're approaching our destination. Look how slick this is, I absolutely love it. Not the biggest fan of this paint job. Might have to revert back to my neon blue, purple, whatever it is. I'm not good with colors, obviously. Thing is, Xenothreat took over this compound from Headhunters according to my contract. And let's be honest, if I were them, I would most likely celebrate seeing a 600i coming up to my outpost. Let's have a quick slowdown. Okay, we don't really have too much to worry about. I need to remember that this is a taller beast than the Corsair. Might have scraped the ground there a bit. My biggest worry is a sniper's nest. But
Landing gear deployed.
we can pop the landing gear and drop her down here. Easy does it.
Landing complete.
Now, how successful was this landing? Guess we're gonna have to find out after I'm out. Yeah, we cannot shoot through our own ship, obviously, but we can get an idea. We got 1, 2, 3 on the floor from what I can see. At least one up on the tower. There. My biggest worry is that tower. Let's get moving and get some better visibility. Okay, my landing zone seems pretty decent. I was expecting it worse, not gonna lie. Not gonna send it up, because I got a feeling I'm gonna need it, because we do have freezing temperatures, so I might have to do a bit of sniping and a bit of running in and out. Yes, so let's look for an easy target, so we can start, you know, getting a feel for it. That should be a clean headset. Shit, they're heavily armored. Did I alert everyone? So I'm kind of hoping that I didn't. Nope. Seems like it was a stealthy kill. Okay. We had somebody up here, I believe. Or was it that tower? I'm pretty sure it was this one over there, but it seems like he went down. Not the greatest visibility, but also not the greatest amount of ammunition for long-range engagement, so... As I said, let's try and get the easy ones out of the way. Nice, 2 down. About 7 more to go, I would assume. Pause for a second so I can land a guaranteed shot, because again, we're not doing great on ammo. Also, I'm starting to freeze, so my accuracy is not gonna be the greatest. Perfect. My arm's freezing over. Oh, perfect. Shit in there, now alerted, but that's the best timing. Let's hit the lower deck quickly. Oh, nice, give me some warmth. One is pushing up close. I think I'm gonna have to go clear out that way. 2.5 mags on the kill shot, less than half a mag on the AO3. We have to make every round count. Our main problem at the moment is that we don't have great visibility nearby, and we know there's at least one down here. We need to down him before I start freezing over again, because my suit does not offer the best temperature. Shit, he has eyes on us. No, he doesn't. And he will not. Nice. Shit, we're out of ammo. But we're doing great, we're still not spotted. We can still push in quietly. Nope, I think they've spotted the corpses. Okay, we have 2 there, we're missing at least 2 more, I believe. Nice. Those two are down. That's one. And that's the other. Perfect. They spotted their fallen teammates. But it doesn't matter. One left. Perfect. Look at this. Look how menacing it looks. You know what? The paint job is starting to grow on me. Now, let's have a quick drink. And have a quick inspection of the ship. As I know, some of you have probably not seen it. So these tables right here, at the moment, they're perfect to deposit your empty drink bottles. And let's put the helmet on, because I know I'm gonna forget. But yeah, we're on the top deck of the 600i. It's all bound to be reworked fairly soon. TM, could be months, could be years, could be decades. But this is a top deck. These are scanning stations. It's an exploration ship. I do love that in the middle. The hologram. I'm praying that's gonna become an active star map that you can actually, you know, select and scan things on. Also, I do love how see-through and glass panel covered everything is in this ship. This is our cargo bay. We're gonna take a look at it in a bit. We have the signature sleek origin design everywhere. This is an engineering panel. As you can see, unlike other ships, we don't really have any interactable components. Not even the panel has the engineering coming soon. It is one of the older ships. It's one of those ships that were made with the, you know, older design in mind. Now, moving into the back, we have another elevator. This elevator, well, we're gonna see it in a second, but it only goes in the ship. It's not another exit. Here, as you can see on the minimap as well, we have the armory. Again, I absolutely love the slick design. But yeah, just like any other ship, we have the armory. Wish you could also automatically stash the ammo for them and not having to go into the ship's local storage. Anyways, moving on, this is the suit locker. As you can see, nothing happens, but I'm pretty sure that's gonna be, you know, suit lockers like we have on other ships, not operational at the moment. Same on the other side, clicky clicky, nothing happens, you can deploy it like that. Then over here we have a little infirmary, first aid panel. I wish it would become interactable, it's a very cool feature to have, and then a fire extinguisher that hopefully will become physicalized and used very very soon. Now moving out of the armory, we're heading into the recreational area, I guess you would call this. We have a little bar. This is one of the main selling points of this ship. We have a bar over here. To this day, none of these bottles are interactable. And again, another little sift-through floor underneath. Now, this is not really the best, actually. Never mind, the view is absolutely gorgeous. I was gonna say, it did turn into nighttime, which I was worried might have ruined the visibility, but you can see the night sky, you can see the asteroid ring, whatever these are called. This looks amazing. By the way, this has, you know, glass roof, it's not open. Which is a little dining table, whatever you would call this. I do love the marble design, I do love, you know, everything about it. This is a couch, by the way, sofa, whatever you wish to call it, that goes all around. This is a luxurious exploration ship. It's fun as much as it's business. And under the little bar, obviously we have a little kitchenette with another counter, with another little marble looking counter coming out the left. I absolutely love how it merges into the wall. And then we have, you know, a little kitchen. Again, nothing is interactable at the moment, nothing is physicalized, they're just there to look cool. We all want some tomato ketchup that's 0.7% natural from the brand Tomato Ketchup or OJ's Mustard. This seems to be our fridge with a water dispenser. I love it. Another fire extinguisher down there, don't forget about them, we might be needing them soon. We have a TV here, we're gonna look at it in a sec, and then we have a pool table, billiards table, whatever you wanna call it, that sadly we cannot interact with at the moment. It's one of the things that I wouldn't mind if the ship misses after the rework, if it gets removed and upgraded to something else, but also would love to see is playable, have a little mini game. And yeah, then we have two chairs facing directly into the television. Kind of uncomfortable, since you have a ship, you know, with so many couches and sitting spots, like that couch goes all the way around, like up top. And then for the singular TV in the whole ship, you have two chairs. Kind of a moot point, but can't have it all, I guess. Then over here we have some engineering panels that I'm assuming are gonna become physicalized later on. Nothing really to do at the moment. Buttons don't work. You can see the components, looks cool as hell. Nothing interactable, nothing that actually works. Control panel, more panels, engineering panels, more panels, right? It says modules, so it doesn't say exactly what it is, but you know, you have your engineering bits and bobs here. Opening the door and moving on, more panels. I absolutely like how the innards of the ship are hidden behind the slick design, that you come in here and it's, you know, another thick spaceship, but then, you know, you go in here and it's just a hotel. But these should be cargo grids, I believe. Actually, I've never actually tried them. Could be completely wrong. I should try them out. Yeah, moving across. Identical, copy-paste, exactly the same. Now, let's move back up top, take the other staircase up, and keep on going. Also, not the greatest idea to give the tour right next to a fairly popular mission area, but like to live dangerously. Now we've looked at this, we've looked at the other bit, we're gonna return to this in a second. Let's call this elevator, I haven't really used this. Now we are on the top deck, but as you see the other option is lower deck, which is where we sent it. No exit option in this. This is our cargo room, we're gonna look at it in a second. Another origin, you know, little wall design. Wish we can customize them in the future. Assuming they even stay, you know, as they are after the rework, but wish we could put our own logos here or something. That's gonna look pretty cool. Then walking through the dark door of doom. For some reason the door is bugging out. Can I get it to close and reopen? There we go. Can you reopen normally now, please? Step into the void. And these are supposed to be the crew or visitors' quarters, whatever you want to call them. You know, you have beds around, little TVs that don't really work. I believe we had some storage under it. I guess I was wrong, okay. Like, I thought we had internal storage there. Here we have a little escape pod type of deal, I believe. Cannot do anything with it. Another little bench to sit down and all that stuff. And I'm assuming these are also gonna be like personal storage containers. And then we walk into the most luxurious bathrooms I believe we have. That, you know, you can hang your clothes and all that stuff. Kind of a locker thing. And then obviously we have a female and a male bathroom. Bathrooms is one of the, you know, fanciest in the verse. Sadly the mirror isn't working. It's smoking. I really hope I'm not being sought. But then the shower is pretty fancy. Wished it had a bathtub to be honest, but oh well. And then moving over to the female side. Would be fun if it didn't let me go in because I'm a male character, first of all. Secondly, you know, it's the same thing, right? Identical, just mirrored. Moving back out, where right underneath the little globe thing that we saw earlier, this is the cargo room that we can send the elevator down. I mean, I can send it down, doesn't really matter. And then we have cargo plates here, cargo plates there, and cargo plates behind this all the way here. And they're magnetic, you can fit cargo on them. But I'm pretty sure this whole thing was made with the old cargo system in mind. Also, I don't know what this is. I really hope that's like a little cubby hole to set up a mech. The Atlas, I believe they're called. But yeah, this whole thing was made with the old cargo system in mind. That, you know, you only had the singular SCU boxes, so really hoping that gets fixed with the rework. That's the elevator that takes us top floor, middle floor, and out. And lastly we have the master bedroom, captain's quarters, whatever you wanna call it. If you're doing, people transporting, not kidnappings, not smuggling, literally become space super. You can even make it a VIP room, I guess. It has the amazing bedroom that sees outside, but you're also being seen by outside. I'm surprised this is not a one-way window panel like the Phoenix, I believe, has in the bedroom. Then we have a little plant here on the side. Now, when the rework happens, some of these things should be getting changed. We'll be, losing some of those things, because I believe it's also getting a med bed, or a med bay, I should say, so we'll see how the rework works. And then we have our bridge. Like, we've seen everything. This little corridor has nothing, just escape pods and the elevator. We've looked through this, and we're back to the main bridge, cockpit, whatever you call it. You don't really have anything. I'm surprised there is no, there is an engineering, panel, but I'm surprised there is no station. So I'm curious if it stays similar to this, the design, if you can open this panel and pull the station out, right? Or, there is a little pad thingy there to interact with. That's gonna be pretty cool. Keep the origin slick design. Nothing important here, nothing important there. Those look like they would drop down, in my opinion. And then we have 2 co-pilot seats, left and right, or gunner seats, whatever you want to call them, and then the main pilot seat that we've already checked out. Now we're bouncing a bit, because the way I landed, but also the weather, I believe. But look at this, dude, it lights the whole thing up. If I turn it off, it's just a miserable camp. If I put it on, you can see everything. I love it. Now as for the outside, it's the sleek origin design. We've seen it before. I'm not a huge fan, again, as I said, of the paint job I got on it. These are the windows we looked at earlier. Oop, that's the ass. This is the recreation room, that has the clear roofs and the visibility, and then flipping to the other side, we can see the cockpit and we can see the bedroom. And again, that's why I'm surprised this doesn't have a one-way glass window panel, whatever it's called. The landing gear is, it makes sense that it's tall, so the cargo hold can drop sufficiently, I guess, and have enough room, because let me open all my doors, so I'm in space, doesn't really matter. You see the little tiny cargo pad there, right? You would expect that the majority of the ship's belly would open up, but our cargo hold is tiny. That's why I'm kind of expecting this on the rework, to either get a bigger cargo hold at the bottom, or to maybe get a cargo variant, because I'm pretty sure the Touring doesn't even have a cargo hold. Other than that, I love the design. Look at those engines. Look at those little extra wings. It's so sleek, it's so great. Let's put the doors back up and then take a look at our landing gear as I'm pulling it up. Love the animation, and it integrates perfectly into the rest of the ship. And then, other than our little turret on the back and the one at the bottom, it's just a sleek design. I love it. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the precision on top does look a bit goofy. I think it should be placed sideways, not upright, if that makes sense, but oh well, can't have it all. Extremely fancy ship. Yes, the inside's extremely fancy and sleek, but the outside looks menacing, dude. You saw it standing on the hill earlier, it looked amazing. Like, imagine this thing coming after you in space, I don't know. Looks extremely cool to me. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, please don't forget to leave a like down below if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.